Reading Robert Jordan's Wall of Time, Part 8. Follows the river as if drawn with a pen. There are no 10 women in Tavo who could do that unaided. Not to mention for galloping horse. I don't mean to complain, Maurice today, but would it not have been better to cover us a little further? Say to Baron? If that Drago looks on this side of the river, well, that's everything we have gained. Oh, Drakkar are not very smart, Master Merlin. It will tell the Major that the side of the river is clear, but the river itself is cloaked for miles in both directions. The Major will know the extra effort this cost me. You will have to consider that we might be escaping down the river, and that will slow him. We will have to divide his efforts. The fog should hold long enough that he will never be sure that we did not travel the least part way by boat. I could have extended the fog a little way towards Barlow instead, but then the Drakkar could search the river in a matter of hours, and the Major would know exactly where we were headed. I apologize. I said that. I hope I did not offend you. Oh wow, I say die, the furry. Did you, I mean, I don't understand why. You all want explanation, but if I explain my every actions to you, I would have no time for anything else. Notice, I intend to see you safe, Travel. That is the one thing you need to know. If we keep standing here, the Drakkar will not need to search the river. Now, if I remember correctly. I don't suppose we could rest a bit? We do not need We do not need to rest more today. After all, we have our reading all night. What about breakfast? And the second breakfast? And the third breakfast? And the Eleventies? I do not think they know about the Eleventies. I suggest we see what land has for us. Oh. No welcome visitors. And the wood I left is still dry, so I started a small fire. Oh, rest warm. You expected us to stop here? It seems like a likely place. I like to be prepared just in case. Will you see to the horses, Lamb? When you are done, I will do what I can about everyone's tiredness. Right now, I want to talk to Gwen. Get a feedbacks out of the supplies, but then unsaddle your mounts. They would rest easier without the saddles, but we must leave quickly. there might be no time to replace them. They don't look to me like they need any rest. Oh, they do. Oh, they can still run. They will run fastest if we let them. Right after the second they drop that rotation, they never even fell. I would rather Moraines they had not had to do that shitty, but it was necessary. We must go slowly with them for the next few days until they recover. More slowly than I would like, but luck it will be enough. Is that what she meant? About our tiredness? Sometimes like it, but you won't have to worry about running yourself to death. Not unless things get a lot worse than they are. Just think of it as some extra night's sleep. Luck searches the river for us. Let's get inside. I could use some hot tea, something to fill my belly. The one power comes from the true source, the driving force of creation, the force the Creator made to turn the wheel of time. Side in, the male half of the true source, and the side out, the female, work against each other, and at the same time together, they provide a force. Sidens fall by the touch of the dark one, like water with a thin sack of rancid oil floating on top. The water is still pure, but can't be touched without touching the fullness. Only cider is safe to be with. What are you stopping for, Rand? Light, I want to be near the fire. Oh, sorry. The true source cannot be used up, any more than the river can be used up by the will from my own. The source is the river. Lest it die, the water will. You don't think I can learn? I can become an Astar. What? Oh. Don't be a fool. It's beyond you now, boy. Child. Only a very few can learn to touch the true source. And use the one power. Some of those can learn to a greater degree, some to a lesser. You are one of the bare handful for whom there is no need to learn, at least touching the source will come to you whether you want it or not. Without teaching, you can receive entire power thought. You will never learn to channel it fully, and you may not survive. Many who have the ability to touch siding, boning them die, of course. They aren't agile. Does not find them gentle. Gentle then. Want shifted, uncomfortable. not like those of whom the Aes Sedai spoke were rare, but the damage they did before the Aes Sedai formed them was always bad enough for the news to carry, like news of wars and earthquakes that destroyed cities. And for all that, one did not understand about the Ajas, the stories, all clear on the one point. The Red Aja made its prime duty to be the prevention of another breaking of the wall. And they did it by hunting down every man who ever dreamed of wielding their one power. Some of the women died too. It is hard to die without God. The woman we do not find. Those who live in this part of the world, they often become wisdoms of their villages. The old blood is strong in Amon's field, and the old blood sings. You're very close to your change, your first touching. It will be better if I guide you through it. That way you will avoid the pleasant effects that comes to those who must find their own way. Does that have the power? Of course not. Things do not have power. Even an Angral is a little. This is just a pretty blue stone, but it can give off light. Here, look at the stone. Clear your mind of everything but the stone. Clear your mind and let yourself drift. And I will guide you. No thoughts. Drift. Rand's fingers dug into his knees. He wanted Egwene to fail. Despite his wishes, light bloomed from the stone, a flash of blue and gone. But another flash came and another, until the azure light pulsed like the beating of a heart. Then it faded. One last feeble flicker, and the stone was merely a bubble again. I thought, well, something, but perhaps you're mistaken about me. I'm sorry I wasted your time. I have wasted nothing, child. The last light was yours. Alone. It was, but it was buried out there. No. You're behaving like a foolish village girl. Most who come to Tavon must do for months before they can do what you just did. You will go far, far, perhaps even the Amaranth seed one day, if you study hard and work hard. You mean? Rand, did you hear? I'm going to be an Aes Sedai. Later, before they went to sleep, Moraine knelt by itching turn and laid her hands on their heads. And grumbled that he had no need and she should not waste her strength, but he didn't try to stop her. Gwyn was eager for the experience, but the pearl had clearly frightened of it, and just as frightened to say no. Tom scowled through the entire drink, and Ron simply watched and hoped Moraine would forget about him. Or I didn't forget about him, thought, and Ron flinched at the corners of her fingers. I don't. His tiredness dried out of him. And then came sleep, and Ram was woken an hour later by Lam Furthest throat. He had 3 days rest. The warden only hours I should stay into shelter, giving Moraine some time to rest herself before the sun was twice its own height. On the horizon, out races that I know how to slap down, were cleared and door on the waiting barrel. I never thought I'd ever be this far from home. Remember when Watch Hill seems a long way? Oh, in a month or two, we'll be back. Think of what we'll have to tell. Even trolls can chase us forever. Poor me, they can't. Oh man, look at the adventure I was prating about, and already you're talking about home. I noticed that neither Moraine nor Lam had an attempt to reassure them. Not a word to say, of course, they would come back. I try not to think about what that might mean. There was nothing reassuring about the slow pace London Falls. But at the outside of the road they were on, and saw no evidence that it had ever been in those woods. First fire so was a shock. That farm is no different from back home. Of course it is. We're just not close enough to see. I tell you, it's not different. It must be we're north of the town after all. Quite. You too. You don't want to be seen, remember? At the first stop before the sunset, I began teaching boys what to do with their weapon they carry. After watching Matt put 3 hours into the knock, the sight of a man's head on the fissured trunk of a dead lateral leaf. At 100 paces, he told others to take their turns. Brand duplicated Matt's feet. And ran summoning the flame and the void, the empty calm that let the boat become a part of him. Of it. And close to his tree where the points almost touched each other. Nice grouping. No. If you all had bows, and if the trolls agreed not to come so close that you couldn't use them. Let me see what I can teach you in case they do come that close. Blacksmith, come here. Placing an axe to someone or something that had a weapon is not at all like chopping wood or flailing around in pretend. And said big apprentice blacksmith to series of exercises, block, power, strike, and he did the same for round as his sword. Not the wide leaping about and slashing that Rand had in mind whenever he thought about using it, but smooth motions, one flowing to another, almost like a dance. Moving the blade is not enough, though something it is. The mind is part of it, most of it. Blank your mind, shepherd her, empty of it, hate, of fear of everything, burn them away. You ought to listen to this too. You can use it with the axe or the bow, with a spear or the quarterstaff, or in your bare hands. The flame of the void? That's what you mean, isn't it? My father taught me about it. Oh, the sword as I showed you, shepherd, sheepherder. I cannot make mud-footed villager into a blade master in an hour, you know. But perhaps I can keep you from slicing off your own food. Maureen had watched the practice without expression. I don't want to continue the lessons. And then it was time for the evening meal. The evening meal was the same as the midday at breakfast, flat bread and cheese and dried meat. The major difference was that evenings they had not hot tea to wash it down instead of water. Tom entertained the evenings and would not let the Gleeman play harp or flute. No need to browse the countryside. The water said, but Tom juggled and told stories. Aren't the three foolish kings? Or one of the hundreds bought Anya and the wise counselor, or something filled with glory, adventure, like the great hunt of the horn. But always with a happy ending and a joy of homecoming. Yet, if the world was peaceful around them, if no trolls appear among the trees, no drag car among the clouds, it seemed to run they managed to raise their tension themselves whenever it was in danger of vanishing. There was the morning Egwene awoke and began unbraiding her hair and watched her from the corner of his eye as he made up his bedroll. And every night when the fire was out, everyone took to their blankets except for Egwene and the Aes Sedai. The two went aside and talked for an hour or two, but only when the others were asleep. The next morning, while Rand was salving Cloud, Egwene combed her hair out 100 times, Rand counted, and pulled up the hood of her cloak. I couldn't stand it anymore. What are you doing? Are you alive? Wanted to wear your hair in a braid, and now you're giving it up? Why? because she doesn't braid hers? I said I don't braid their hair. At least, not unless they want to. You aren't as a die, the Queen Alva from Atmosphere. The Woman Seeker would have a fit if they could see now. A Woman Seeker business is none of yours, land at all, and I will be an Asadai just as soon as I reach Tarvalon. As soon as you reach Tarvalon, why, lad, tell me that. You know that friend? Do you think Moran's dies at that friend? After she saved the village? After she saved your father? I don't know what she is, what she ever she is. Doesn't say anything about the rest of the stories. Grow up, right? Forget the stories and use your eyes. My eye, so has seen the fairy, deny that. Once you get an idea in your head, and you approach even if somebody points out that you're trying to stand in water. If you weren't such a light-banded fool, I'm fool, am I? Let me tell you a thing or two, Randall. You are the most wool-headed. Stop. You too. Trying to wake up the one instead of 10 miles? It's time to be going. 2 nights later. I was off in the night, taking a last look. Rain and Gwen had gone aside for one of the conversations. There was half dozen of his people. The young men had the fire to themselves. You know, I think we lost them for good. If we lost them, why does land keep scouting? We lose them back at the town farm, if they were even really after us. You think that Draga was chasing us because it liked us? I said stop worrying about trolls and such. We're out where the stories came from. What do you think a real city is like? Going to Barrel. Barrels are very well, but I've seen that old map Master Alba has. If we turn south, once we reach Camry, the road leads all the way to Ilion, the field. What's so special about Ilion? For one thing, Ilion isn't full of acid. Day or two of quiet. I've already forgotten winter night. We haven't forgotten, it just is that the way you all feel? Your eye got to run off to Ilion. Forget about Trollocs and Harfer and Draga. The Dark One is after you three, one or all. And if I let you go running off, wherever you want to go, will take you. Whatever the Dark One wants, I oppose. So hear this, and know it's true. Before I let the Dark One have you, destroy myself.